Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft Jurassic Park. I believe this is episode 25. I'll correct myself with a little text thing in editing once if I realize that I'm wrong. But I went back, I grabbed my feeder, and I also grabbed the other Dilophosaurus egg. I have to go back over there and grab the other one too, but I brought some stuff with me so that we can get this started. So these guys are carnivorous, so I am just throwing the raw beef in there. Let me go grab our other Dilophosaur. I also brought some stuff to make some rocks with, though I think I did forget andesite. Wouldn't you know? But I am excited. I really want to get this started. I think I'll probably just do some like cobblestone rocks in this one, I guess, if nothing else, and I'm not going to worry about it too much, but here's our other. Here we go. Oh, this is exciting. This is the first time that we're hatching two at the same time. So, and this is going to be the first time that we have our actual carnivores going. So I want to make sure these guys are tame to me too. I'm a little bit worried that they're going to run right at me for food. So I did get all this meat from the cattle. Bone meal. I've been using a lot of my bones for bone meal on my farm, which, I mean, I guess is ultimately what they're for. So let's just go ahead and start by putting these down. In the meantime, I'm going to get some grass going in here. Make it look a little bit more natural. Get rid of all this snow as well, since they're not going to need that. And as long as we are within, I think, 6 blocks of those guys, they're not going to eat us. Well, they'll be tame to us, but I hope they won't try to eat us. I don't think the tamed carnivores go after you like that, but just in case that they do, I don't want to find out. So, get rid of all this. And we'll put some rocks down, make it look a little bit more natural in here. I'm not too worried about giving these guys a water feature. I don't really think that a lot of these guys are going to need it, and I also want it to be easy to see for the guests up there. I am going to take down all this tall grass and these flowers, though. I really don't like the way that bone meal does this. There's a plugin. Not that I can actually use plugins on this server since it's just a single player world, but I don't know, maybe one day I'll move over into like a multiplayer one so that I can actually have that, like a spigot server or something. But anyway, where I was going with that is there's a plugin where you can like specify what you want to put in your bone meal. I don't know if it works on survivalist since I've only ever used that in creative, but oh gosh, I didn't think about how close it was to nighttime. It's okay. We'll hide out here, or let me actually light this up. There's no reason not to right now, I guess. Okay. Pick up all these flowers. Nothing else, I'll feed them to my dinos, since they count as vegetation. Close are you guys to waking up? 87. I'm kind of torn, and like, I don't want to be near them when they hatch, because I know they're going to be hungry, and maybe they'll come after me, but okay. Maybe what I'll do is this. Yeah, I'm still within 6 blocks, that's fine. There's one, and there's two! Yay! Okay, you guys eat. Very good. Both of you, please. Okay, one is male, and the other's female. Perfect! We have a pair. This is exactly what I was hoping that would happen. What is all that? Raw Arthroplura. I don't think I know what that is. Okay, why aren't you eating, though? I want you to eat. I guess because it's nighttime. I think it did say that they're diurnal. Yeah, active during the day. Okay. I guess we'll just finish cleaning up here. Oh, I didn't check if I was tame to them either. Once I clear these out. The way that bone meal looks, though, I just think is so cheesy. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it looks very natural. Oh, look at him. He's all curled up. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Beneby and Beneby, perfect. Alright, that's all I wanted to know. Let me go sleep myself. Of course, there's stuff over here. Why am I not surprised? Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. You know, I should really just take my bed. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my bed. Excuse me! Ah! I'm gonna take my bed, and I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna lock myself away. This is safe. There's monsters nearby. Of course there is. Let's just get a little farther away. What is in here? No thanks. Okay, put that down. There. Please don't spawn me in the wall. Alright. Now I can kind of take these guys out. Alright, come here. Good lord, there's a lot of them. Alright, maybe I shouldn't draw them into the water. Everybody needs to burn. Let me get my food. Single file, please and thanks. Go away, go away, go away. Gotta be smarter about fighting since I'm not very talented at it. Okay. Alright. We're good. Let me run over here, throw this in. Ooh, I didn't even have my helmet on. I should make some leggings too. I think those just broke. Okay. Alright, now let's go check on our dinos. Get some rock features going. Maybe we'll work on the staircase a little bit. Hello? Where did they go? Aha! Here we go. Hello, little guy. Oh, little girl. Excuse me. All right, let's read what this says. Dilophosaurus, two-crested lizard, is a dinosaur made famous by the movie Jurassic Park's fictitious size, frill, and venomous spit. The real Dilophosaurus was just as fascinating without the fabricated details and is just as beloved by dinosaur fans. With a maximum length of about 6 meters long and a height of almost 2 meters tall, the Dilophosaurus was about the same height as an adult human. It grew rapidly with age, and by the time it was an adult, it could feed upon many small dinosaurs. Several Dilophosaurus fossils preserving deformities such as injuries and tumors have been found, giving us insight into the stressful environments and ailments that these creatures lived with. Roaming North America during the early Jurassic period, Dilophosaurus enjoyed arid environments that few known creatures lived in. As one of the largest carnivores of the time, the Dilophosaurus asserted itself in the food chain. To satiate its appetite, the Dilophosaurus likely fed on small armored herbivores or heterodontosaurids. It may have also fed upon aquatic life as evidenced by swim track trace fossils. Its famous head crests were used for display in order to attract a suitable mate, and they likely doubled as a form of identification between Dilophosaurus. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I wanted to make sure that... Okay, so both of them did eat. That's all I really cared about. Look at them go! Okay, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is not that far down yet. Okay, let's add these rock features in and get everything else going too. So I don't think these guys actually climb, so I'm not terribly worried about it, but... Oops. I also don't want to be wrong and find out. Let me do this real quick. Right. I don't think that was terrible. And we can maybe have like a wider rock over here. Doesn't get too tall. to make this look relatively natural. So I know it says like arid environments. I'm pretty sure that's referring more to like maybe not a desert per se, but you know, somewhere along the lines of it. I don't know if I'm really gonna stick super closely to that. I don't want to do too much like terraforming and stuff. Like as much as I want to make this look nice and realistic, I'm not gonna hound myself over making sure that everything is, you know, perfectly realistic, because after all, this is, you know, a video game. I did not mean to make that many of these. That's okay. Look at that. Okay. Hello! Wow, have you already gotten bigger? I feel like he's gotten bigger already. Okay. But the max population is 7, so I'm assuming that this, like, they will start attacking extras. I don't know how exactly they choose. Maybe the older ones go first, or the newer ones. Who knows? But once these guys are fully grown, I mean, you know, they'll start breeding, and we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Because I think that if they're not tamed, they will attack me, so I don't want to find out. So, excuse me. Alright, so now that we have that going, I like this double door system. It kind of lets me make sure that I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything like terribly wrong. I think I'm gonna actually hug the side of the wall here, because I don't know what I would do with the exterior really if I didn't. So okay. So I want it to stay too wide, so that I'm gonna do this. Definitely gonna have to go get some more spruce wood at some point as well. I'm sure I'll do that. Camera, as always. Material gathering just really doesn't make for interesting content, so I don't want to subject you guys too much to that. And then I guess I could just continue that. It doesn't really need to go up. Yeah. Okay. Really, I'm just trying to get to the top right now. I can figure out the logistics of it later. I'm not gonna stress about it. Maybe I'll do this. Do need to turn. Trying to keep the width consistent as well. There. And this is not the top block, actually. This is. So. Let me roll this, actually. We want it to be 3 wide. At the top, anyway. Sonic just made the weirdest noise. She's usually sitting in my lap, by the way, so, you know, she makes a little cameo once in a while when she meows or something. She doesn't really meow, she just kind of makes squeaky noises. Sounds like a dog toy sometimes. Okay. I don't want to say we'll scrap this, but I do think it's probably going to look a little different. Like, I know for sure I want this to be here. I'm out now. Okay. That's fine. Now I can maybe fix this a little bit. Now that we know for sure where things are gonna be. These are double layered as long as the important parts are covered up. Let me run back, hit the hay real quick. Since we're out of that too, maybe we can work on filling in this this pond as well. I have a lot of dirt. Give the cat a little bit of a pet while I'm trying to do all this. Probably should have did this to start, honestly. It's okay. Oh gosh. Alright. Get rid of this. Okay. Now we kind of know where our stuff is going to be. Right? I keep trying to grab it, forgetting that I don't actually have any. Okay. Well, actually, this can stay. I'm gonna make this more of like a 3 wide near the top, simply because there's gonna be a barrier overhead, and I don't want people to have to hit their heads on it. Well, I guess it's gonna be way more than 3, but... or way more than 2, sorry. Oh. Hello! You can just stay in there. I don't know if these guys can jump out of the water. I guess if the drowned can, these guys must be able to as well. You think they get dehydrated or something? Nope, nope, you can get out. That's fine. You can just burn. Okay. Alright, so... there goes Sonic again. We'll do this. Alright, and then let's just keep going around the edge, I guess. There's that. Now that I have more stone slabs, not gonna hurt for those. I don't usually play with shaders, so whenever I see this horse off in the distance, I don't know why, but I think it's like some crazy creature. I'm gonna take some of this cobblestone and just leave it as is. Yeah, it seems a little bit cramped. I might make this a little wider. Just at some parts. Take down that branch. I like that you can kind of trim the trees and not have to take the whole thing down. Like, I can just do that. Lift. Alright. So, we are officially out of those building materials, so I think I'm just gonna focus on the pond now, filling that in. I'm gonna go out a little bit though, because I know I'm gonna have to end up using some of this space, and no reason to fill in parts of the pond that I'm not even gonna see anyway. If there's clay at the bottom of this too, I do want to grab that. I'm sure I'll use that at some point. One thing I am going to have to do is collect sand. I'm really hoping that I can like just ride out and find a desert at some point, since I have all these worm biomes way down here. I can kind of go over there and maybe hopefully find a desert. If nothing else, I'll just take some sand from some banks or something that I won't visit too often. Because, you know, I hate to use, I hate to destroy terrain that I don't go to. Or I hate to destroy terrain that I go to often, I mean. Oops. Guess I'm running out of dirt. Yeah. That's okay. We're basically at the end of the video anyway, so again, as always, I'll restock, I'll go find some stuff, and go mining and wood chopping if I need to. Well, chopping wood for sure, mining if I need to. Maybe I'll cook some of this up. Probably should have done that while I was filling all that in, but alas, I do kind of want to trim up this landscape too. I really just don't like the way it looks, so. Make this look a little bit more natural. Give myself some dirt back for these last few minutes of this video. I hope you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am so far, though. Like, I'm such a dinosaur nerd. Like, I always have spurts, you know, like everybody else. But, I don't know, I feel like I've really stuck to the series, and I want to keep going with it. The idea is that eventually we have one of everything, so, you know, hopefully I can actually get to that point, so. it's also like my very first Let's Play, so I'm a little bit nervous and, you know, learning and figuring out what works and what doesn't and what else I should be doing and all that kind of thing. So any support that you give me, I really do appreciate. You know, it was a dream of mine to be a Minecraft YouTuber when I was a kid, and, you know, I'm finally getting the courage to try it out, and most of that is, you know, thanks to my very wonderful and supportive boyfriend, fiance. He's awesome, and he just, you know, he does everything basically to make sure that I'm taken care of and doing what I want, and very supportive of everything that I do. And anyway, he's my #1 supporter, and I love him for that, you know. There's so many other reasons too, but he really has encouraged me to kind of take these steps and make all this work. So I'm doing my best to kind of do right by him as well, because I do want to take this seriously and maybe make something out of it, you know? If it doesn't, that's perfectly fine as well. I'm just having fun with it, and most of the time I'm just kind of talking to him too when I'm making these videos. He's always, you know, making sure that he watches them and likes them, and it just makes me so happy. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here for this episode. We've been out of time for a few minutes. I just kind of wanted to do all that and just say thank you to my #1 fan. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their day or night, whatever time zone that you are in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!